breaking Barcelona news. In today's huge update from the Camp Nou, we dive into major shocks in Hansi Flick's starting 11, with Eric Garcia overtaking Frenkie de Jong in the defensive midfield hierarchy, plus an explosive report sent to UEFA after the destruction caused by Eintracht Frankfurt fans. We also look at Marcus Rashford's game-changing performance, Flick's big praise for the Englishman, and the growing concern surrounding Robert Lewandowski's decline as Ferran Torres continues to shine. From tactical surprises to transfer-level consequences and stadium chaos, this is one of the biggest Barcelona stories of the week. So make sure to smash like, subscribe for more Barca news, and let's jump straight into it. 24-year-old Barcelona star leapfrogs Frenkie de Jong in defensive midfield hierarchy. A report. FC Barcelona faced Eintracht Frankfurt in the UEFA Champions League at the Spotify Camp Nou on Tuesday night. In a middling game for attacking quality, Hansi Flick's men secured a 2-1 win, thanks to a brace from Jules Koundé. One surprise in the starting 11 was Frenkie de Jong's continued absence. Many expected him to return against the German club, but Flick chose to persist with Eric Garcia ahead of the Dutchman. According to Mundo Deportivo, the ultimate Swiss knife has leapfrogged Frenkie as the starting defensive midfielder for Flick. The German manager prefers to use Eric Garcia in a double pivot alongside Pedri. Eric, for his part, did not put a foot wrong. He was close to flawless in his work, and when Flick brought Frenkie on in the second half, it was not at the expense of the 24-year-old Spaniard. It has reached a stage where, irrespective of where Flick starts Eric, he delivers a resounding performance. He has emerged as a leader in this team, and the tendency is to find a way to start him in almost every game. That said, it does not feel as though Eric has displaced Frenkie from the 11. The Dutchman is one of Barcelona's most important players and is likely to regain his place, with the Spaniard moving back to defense. It seems more a case of Flick being cautious with Frenkie, given his recent illnesses. A little rest could do him good. Do not be surprised to see the Barcelona captain start this weekend against Osasuna. Barcelona send explosive report to UEFA after Frankfurt fans' destruction of Spotify Camp Nou. Barcelona have taken decisive action following the chaotic scenes created by Eintracht Frankfurt supporters during their visit to the Spotify Camp Nou. According to a recent report from Sport, the Catalan club have formally submitted a detailed dossier to UEFA outlining the extensive damage caused inside the stadium, hoping that European football's governing body will respond with firm disciplinary measures. Chaos at Camp Nou. The club began by conducting a thorough inspection of the section allocated to the visiting German fans, and what they found made for grim reading. Barriers separating the away supporters from the home crowd were smashed, entire rows of seats were ripped apart, and private restroom facilities assigned to the visiting section were vandalized. Several fixtures were left broken, and the area was plastered with stickers associated with Eintracht Frankfurt. Staff working inside the stadium later confirmed that 7 flares were ignited in the away section. Even worse, glasses filled with beer were thrown towards Barcelona socios seated in the lower stands, prompting outrage among club authorities and supporters alike. Barcelona have taken note. After documenting everything from broken partitions to damaged toilets, Barcelona put together a complete inventory and sent it directly to UEFA. The club expect a strong response and are pushing for what they describe as an exemplary sanction against the Eintracht supporters involved. At the very least, they believe traveling restrictions should be imposed, something similar to the sanctions Barca fans have previously faced. The incident also revived concerns over ticket resale. During their internal investigation, Barcelona found roughly 500 suspicious cases involving season tickets and member-purchased seats. Barcelona's estimate is that nearly 1,000 Eintracht Frankfurt fans traveled to the city without official tickets. With the report now in UEFA's hands, Barcelona are awaiting a ruling, one they hope will set a precedent and protect the integrity of future European fixtures at the newly redeveloped Camp Nou. Barca boss Hansi Flick waxes lyrical about Marcus Rashford after inspiring win versus Frankfurt. Barcelona entered the match against Eintracht Frankfurt as clear favorites, but it was the German side who shocked everyone by taking the lead early through Ansgar Knopf's goal in the 21st minute. Frankfurt's game plan focused on disrupting Barcelona's rhythm, and for much of the first half, it seemed to be working. However, everything changed when Marcus Rashford came on at halftime, replacing Fermin Lopez. The Manchester United forward made an immediate impact, delivering a perfect cross to Jules Koundé, who headed in the equalizer. Just minutes later, Koundé scored again, turning the game around and putting Barcelona in control. Although Barcelona found it tough to break through Frankfurt's well-organized defense, Rashford's ability to stretch the opposition and create chances proved crucial in securing the victory. His performance earned high praise, with Mundo Deportivo calling it influential, and Sport describing it as revolutionary. Speaking after the final whistle, Flick also hailed the Carrington Academy graduate. Flick lauds Rashford. The German coach said, as quoted by Goal, "I wasn't surprised by Eintracht's approach. I told my players to forget the past game, Frankfurt's 6-0 loss in Leipzig, because they are a good team. In the first half Rafinha was everywhere and maybe that wasn't the best, but his attitude is good. In the second half, we tweaked some things and Marcus was important to give width and stretch the lines." Rashford has now notched 6 goals and 11 assists for Barcelona in 21 appearances across the Champions League and the Spanish top flight. Barcelona forward slowly becoming the architect of his own decline. Robert Lewandowski's position as Barcelona's unquestioned attacking reference point is beginning to show signs of erosion this season. Not because the Polish striker has suddenly declined beyond usefulness, but because Ferran Torres has emerged with a level of sharpness and energy that Hansi Flick increasingly finds difficult to overlook. At 18 months into his Barca project, Flick has made it clear that intensity and mobility are essential in his front line, and given Lewandowski's age, the contrast with Ferran's dynamism becomes more apparent by the week. Barcelona's 5-3 demolition of Real Betis last weekend illustrated this shift perfectly. Ferran scored a superb hat-trick and looked every bit the forward around whom Flick could build his attack. Yet even after such a display, the manager handed Lewandowski the starting role against Eintracht Frankfurt, perhaps hoping that experience and opportunity would help the veteran regain momentum. Failing to grab the opportunity. Unfortunately, the opposite unfolded. Lewandowski endured another frustrating evening, finishing the match without a goal for the 4th consecutive game. It was, on paper, the ideal setting for him to regain confidence, as he was facing a Frankfurt backline that has conceded more than any other in the Bundesliga and ranks among the Champions League's weakest defensive units. But the expected breakthrough never arrived. Throughout the match, Lewandowski looked isolated and disconnected from the team's attacking mechanisms. He struggled to press with the intensity Flick demands and found little space to attack behind the defense. His one moment of instinct came when he finished a cross from Rafinha, only for the goal to be correctly ruled out for offside. Many expected Flick to remove him at halftime, but the manager allowed him a brief window in the second half before taking decisive action. 10 minutes after the restart, Lewandowski was replaced by Ferran Torres and the difference was immediate. As such, Lewandowski certainly remains an elite footballer, but the reality is that Ferran is setting the pace. Unless the Pole rediscovers his scoring rhythm soon, his once unquestionable status may continue to slip, just like his future at Barcelona. And there you have it, Barca fans. A dramatic night at the Camp Nou filled with on-pitch brilliance, off-pitch chaos and major squad shakeups. Eric Garcia is pushing harder than ever for a permanent starting role, Rashford continues to prove his worth, and the Lewandowski versus Ferran debate is heating up fast. Meanwhile, Barcelona's official complaint to UEFA could spark serious sanctions after the Frankfurt fan incidents. As always, Barcelona never sleeps, and neither do the stories surrounding the club. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for daily Barcelona updates. Visca Barca, and see you in the next video.